smart people. And the smartest person I know about the smart grid, I've asked to join us in today's session. That's Raj Vaswani, who is the CTO of Silver Spring Networks, and he's been there since the very beginning of it. I'm going to ask Raj to come join us, if you will, please. Please join me in welcoming Raj. Raj has got degrees in electrical engineering and computer science, got an MS from Berkeley, and was in at the very beginning of Silver Spring Networks. I first met him at the At Home Network project, which was another massive nationwide effort to bring broadband into all of America's homes. And what I wanted to do to make this useful for you is adopt a format for our conversation that's a little bit like the classroom. So what we're going to do is take the first 5 minutes to put questions or topics that are on your mind up on these whiteboards, and then Raj and I will handle them together, mostly Raj for the next 15 or 20 minutes. So here's what's going to happen. If you have a question or a topic you want us to cover, I'd like you to put your hand in the air. Somebody's going to come with a mic to give you the chance to identify yourself and pose the question. As an example of some of the categories we'd like to touch on is, for example, what's the market and the market trends and factors for smart grid? What role does policy going to play? I like to do this. What's the next big thing? The innovations that are going to be possible. What's it like dealing with utilities, for example, as the customers to get to the end market? I'm happy to take questions about venture capital or hot stock tips. And if you've got a question or a topic you want us to cover, let's take just about 5 minutes to gather those now. Name and affiliation and question, please.
Yes, John Addison, Clean Fleet Report. How will electric vehicles accelerate the implementation of the smart grid? And in this decade, do you see major pilots of vehicle to grid?
So I'm just going to put that under a market application for EVs. Do we see pilots? Another question, please. Yes, ma'am. Name?
Denmark. Oh, my name is Wei Lee, individual. I work for myself.
Yes.
Denmark just announced and released a 50 years plan to get fossil fuel out of the country. And
I'm sorry, who announced that plan?
Denmark.
Denmark, yes.
And I just want to know your view of how U.S. is going into that area.
Okay, so I'm going to put that under a category called global Denmark policies compared to U.S. And it was 50 years, you said, to no fossil vehicles, right?
No, not vehicle, the whole country, no fossil fuel.
No fossil fuel for the whole country. Great. Another question, please. Another topic. Back there, yes, sir.
Good morning. My name is David Varn, and I'm also an individual. And I would like you, sir, if you would, to please comment on what you might see as some of the key issues regarding privacy in the developing smart grid, and what safeguards can be built into the network to mitigate those concerns. For example, a family goes on vacation, their electrical usage goes down accordingly, and somebody monitors this and understands that the home is vacant.
Perfect. I've got that privacy and safeguards under the smart grid. That's a policy topic. A couple more, please.
Excuse me.
Yes.
My name is Dallas Taylor. I'm a student in St. Paul, and there's very little actually happening on the ground from where I stand as far as employment and the people that are, the 14 million that are out of work. How can we effectively short circuit it to where we're not working with, and depending on the same interests that have not, trickled down or trickled on us, Right. And so that would be the where even if the technology is outdated, it seems like we are with lemons, and there's all the water out there, and we need to sort of make the lemonade.
Right. So I'm going to put that under policy, and correct. Tell me, the way I heard it is, what can we do to create a lot of jobs fast?
Yes.
Is that it? Okay, great. Want a couple more questions? Yes, ma'am.
Meredith McClintock with Coast Hills Partners, and I'm wondering how smart grid, various different smart grid policies can positively affect solar and wind, other variable alternate energy implementations, both on the residential and the commercial side.
Okay, so policies that will increase solar and wind. is a big question for both residential and grid scale. Is that right? Specifically focused on what? The smart grid, right, as they relate to the smart grid. Yeah.
Hi, Anthony Hobb from VentureBeat. I'd be interested in hearing just a little bit more about how the changing political environment affects opportunities in smart grid.
Political environment. That'll be yours. How about one more? We'll get going.
John Skinner with Intel. I'd be interested to understand your view of to the extent to which policies and utilities are allowing or even encouraging the entry of third parties and startups to add innovation to the grid.
Okay, so that has to do with policies encouraging third parties and startups. Thanks. One more. Yes.
Hi, John. Since we have Rob Adler from Vantage Communications, since we have you here, I think we should at least have one thing on venture capital. There was a recent announcement that third quarter venture capital investment in clean tech was down significantly. So, just some opinions and discussion in terms of how the venture capital market is going to proceed in terms of funding the smart grid.
Okay, great question. Why don't we start there, and then we'll go back and forth on some of these technology ones. And as we're going, please jot down other questions or follow-ups, because if time